Financial Lit, we did a couple of things in class and I want to go over it really quick. So one of the things that you need to do is you need to go into our Canvas class and you're going to need to complete this assignment called comparing overdraft fees. So right here, compare overdraft fees. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and click on this assignment and I'm not a student view, but what you want to do is you want to download both of those assignments. So you're going to download both of them, download them, open them up, and then you're going to need both of them. And then you need to go to File, Save as a Google Doc. I can't show you that part. It doesn't allow me to do it. But after you download it, open it, go to File, Save as a Google Doc. And this one, this Excel sheet, you're going to hit open it up. You're going to hit File, Save as a Google Sheet. So go ahead and do that part and then hit pause right now, do that part, and then come back. Okay, so this is what it should say. It should say compare overdraft fees. You should have a Google document now. So if not, go to File. It's going to say Save As. It will lead to a couple options. This is where you're going to want to move it. When you move it, you're going to want to put it in your Financial Lit folder. So I already have it in my banking folder. You don't have to create it, but put it in your Financial Lit folder. All right, and you're going to want to do the same thing for your sheet, which is right here. Okay, so we're going to start with this story. So the scenario is Josh. He had some expenses that he did. He started his account with $116, and before school he bought his cousin a round trip of bus fare of $4. Then he uses that card to get gas. He uses his card to get gas, so he pays $43 for that. Once the bank opened, a check he wrote clears for his yearbook for $75. Then his Netflix account gets charged and he pays $10 for that. After school he went and got coffee. He paid $3 for that. And then he uses Venmo or something and does $15 for dinner. And then finally he finishes the day with some shopping of soccer gear and he pays $35. So now we're gonna use this scenario. You're also going to need this link right here. So go ahead and open that up. And then we're going to be comparing bank fees, okay? So when we're comparing those bank fees, we're going to be comparing for these banks right here. We're going to be looking these ones up on this website right here, but we'll get to that. The first thing we want to do is, there shouldn't be anything in this box. So we're going to go here. And the first thing we want to do is, hit share. And you're going to click on that share button right there. And then you are going to go to this link right here where it says anyone with the link. You want to go all the way down to anyone with the link. You're going to copy it. And then you're going to go back to the document. And that's where you're going to paste your spreadsheet. So we're going to use the spreadsheet to help us answer the questions that are on this worksheet right here. There's lots of questions on here. But we need to fill out the spreadsheet to answer those questions. So that's what we're going to do. So to start with, go ahead and make sure you do all of that and hit pause. Okay, so we're going to create this little template really quick to help us figure things out. So the first thing is, in this, we should say our beginning balance was $116. Then he paid $4 for the bus fare. He paid $43 for gas, $75 for his yearbook, $10 for Netflix, $3 for coffee, $15 for dinner, and then $35 for soccer gear. You're going to want to click right here in this box, and then right here where it says Format as Currency, you click on that. And then everything will turn into money because we're talking about money. Okay, so then you want to go to box C10, so this will tell me where I'm at. And then this is the formula that you want in your box. So you want to type equals SUM for sum, and then parentheses C3 colon C9. And then you hit enter. Once you hit enter, you should have $185. So he spent $185. But we want to figure out how much he spent overspent. So we are going to do the amount that he paid all day minus what he actually had. So this one is going to be equals C10 minus C2. Another way that we could do this, so it looks negative, is we could do what we have minus what we spent. Notice that I'm just clicking on those. You also could type them and you can hit enter. So after you do that, make sure that you hit pause anytime you need to. After we do that, we're going to go ahead and copy all the way down to total spent on purchases. Highlight it, then do Control C, and then go down here, and I know I already have this down for you. We're going to go ahead and do Control V right there. So we have the beginning balance. All of this stuff is already here in your template. Right here in Citibank, it says bank name. We're going to look at Citibank. So that is the first thing we're going to do. I'm going to delete this really quick. So when we talk about a running total, we are going to use this box. So this box is going to be equal to this box. That's our running total. We're just going to hit enter. And then we want to figure out our running total. So running total is what you would see in your bank account. So like as you spend, so you have $116. When you spent the $4, what would be in your account? So that's what we're looking for. So we're going to type equals. We're going to take the what is in the account. We're going to subtract, and we're going to subtract what we charged. So that $4, and then hit enter. And then that's true, right? So if I had $116, I spent $4, I have $112. So what I'm going to do is, you see this little blue box? I'm going to go over this until my cursor turns into like a plus sign, and I'm going to drag it all the way down until like it's a soccer gear. And then it is automatically going to do that. Something that I want to notice is everywhere where it's negative. So we go negative for the first time when that yearbook check cashes. So that is where we're going to be putting in our very first fee. We need to go down to this button, to E23. So that's the box E23. And we need to put this formula in it. So E equals SUM, parenthesis, E14, colon, E21. You can type that in, or you can click on all of those. So do that, and then hit enter, and then we're going to go back to the assignment. We're going to go to the link, and we're looking at Citibank. You're going to go on and do all the other ones, but we're going to use Citibank first. So this link takes you to here. The banks are listed in alphabetical order. So Citibank, right there, Citibank. So this says that you're charged $34. Where'd it go? So this right here says overdraft coverage fee per item, the max fees per day, and total possible cost in a day. So when we go to Citibank, which I passed, it says $34 or a $10 transfer fee. So we're not going to worry about the transfer fees. We're just going to worry about the $34. So it says that we will be charged $34 per transaction for a maximum of 4 transactions. And it says that the most you could be charged that day would be $136. It's $10 for the transfer, but we're not worried about transfers. So when we come to here, everywhere we see a negative, we are going to be charged for an overdraft fee. So $34. We're just going to type that and hit enter. And then so that yearbook costs $75, except now you have to pay that plus, so you have to do 75 plus the 34. So that yearbook just turned into $109. Now we're going to be charged one more time, and we're going to hit enter because it says up to a maximum of 4 times. So that $10 Netflix is now $44 Netflix. Your coffee, we're going to get charged $34 for that coffee. So that $3 coffee now costs you $37. That $3 coffee, because we weren't doing good with our banking, $37. All right, person to person, this is the 4th and final charge for Citibank. We're going to hit enter. And then this last one is $0 because it said that we would have maximum of 4 times. That is 4 times. This automatically updated. We already had it add all the way up, so the total in fees is that. So now to go to the next bank, you're going to click on this, then you're going to highlight it. See how I'm highlighting it? We're going to do Control C. We'll go in the box next to us, and we'll go to Control V. And then right here, we're going to go to the next bank. So if I go to the assignment, it says that the next bank is Alliant Credit Union. So you can actually copy these. So don't have to worry about spelling. Copy it, so highlight, Control C, Control V. There we go. If you want to keep it orange, you can do that by using this button right here. Oh, wrong orange. So, you can do it this way. If you don't like the text wrapping, like if you don't like it going over like that, you can always click on this button right here, go to this button where it says text wrapping and choose the middle one, and it'll fix it. So our running total and our charges are going to be the same right here. Our running total and these charges that we did are the same. The difference is Alliant Bank has different rules. So if we go back to this site, it says Alliant Bank. So let's go all the way up. Oh, look, it's the first one. It says $0. $0 with a $28 fee. Nope, we don't care about transfer fees or anything. So $0. There are no maximum charges. The total that you will be charged is $0. So we go back to here and we type 0, 0. Oops, I missed one. 0 and 0. Okay, so the total in fees was $0 in fees. That's accurate. That matches my maximum. Now I'm going to click on this, highlight it, Control C, then do Control V, and there we go. So that is what we're doing right now. You're going to go ahead and finish that. When you finish the rest of them, so I think Ally Bank is the next one. You can just look right here. Ally Bank, yep, and that will be the next one you do. We've already done Citibank. So go ahead and do that on your own. You're going to go back to the assignment and you're going to answer the questions. I will be able to see your sheet because you'll have it linked here, and then you're going to want to work on this. So make sure you answer all of these questions. If you have any questions for me, let me know. Otherwise, have a great day.